NFL players who are literally criminals. Before we start, I would want you to hit that red subscribe button so you never miss out on any of our videos. Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to NFL World. NFL football is a violent sport. It requires players to play with reckless abandon and little regard for the safety of the human body. Those who can do that the best are handsomely rewarded with large contracts and huge fan bases. However, others find other means to make their name known. Here are the top 10 NFL players who were accused of terrible crimes. Number 1, Adam Jones. Jones worked hard to make this list. His crimes largely involve activities taking place around strip clubs. He has beat up strippers, bodyguards, and other patrons of the club. The most intense of his strip club incidents ended in a gunfight that left one man paralyzed. He has been charged several times on accounts of assault, battery, felony, vandalism, disorderly conduct, and public intoxication. Number 2, Michael Vick. Michael Vick was riding high when his world came crashing down in 2007. The former Atlanta Falcons quarterback, who had a $100 million contract under his belt, was arrested in August of 2007 for running an illegal dogfighting ring at his house in Virginia called Bad News Kennels. The case drew widespread publicity and brought attention to the issue of animal cruelty. Vick was charged with illegal dogfighting, gambling, and brutal execution of dogs. Vick served 23 months in jail and was suspended by the NFL. Fortunately, this story has a positive outcome, as Vick seemed to have rehabilitated himself and emerged from the experience a changed person. He was able to resume his NFL career in 2009 and played for the Eagles, Jets, and then the Steelers before officially retiring in February of 2017. Number 3, Ben Roethlisberger. Ben Roethlisberger is another NFL player who managed to come in public sight because of violent news. After winning 2 Super Bowls as the quarterback of the Pittsburgh Steelers, Roethlisberger was known to party and travel around with a posse of friends and relatives. A hard partying lifestyle led to Roethlisberger being investigated for sexual assault on 2 separate occasions. In 2009, Roethlisberger was accused of sexually assaulting a woman at a Lake Tahoe hotel, and in 2010, a woman claimed Big Ben sexually assaulted her in a Georgia nightclub. While Roethlisberger was never formally charged in either case, he settled a civil lawsuit out of court in the first incident. The second case was abandoned by prosecutors when the alleged victim decided she didn't want to pursue the case anymore. Despite that, NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell suspended Roethlisberger for the first 6 games of the 2010 football season, saying that the star quarterback had violated the NFL's personal conduct policy. Number 4, Ray Caruth. Ray Caruth, a former wide receiver for the Carolina Panthers, committed one of the most bizarre and sensational crimes on this list. In 2001, Caruth hired a friend of his to carry out an execution-style assassination of his girlfriend at the time, Terica Adams, who was then 8 months pregnant with his child. Caruth apparently wanted his girlfriend to terminate the pregnancy, but when Adams refused, Caruth put out a hit on her. According to court documents, Adams was driving near Caruth's home when the NFL star stopped his car in front of hers, while his friend turned hitman fired multiple shots into the car, hitting the pregnant woman 5 times. Both cars fled the scene. Unfortunately for Caruth, Adams survived the shooting long enough for her to call 911 and tell authorities what happened. She later died of the gunshot wound she suffered. Caruth was sentenced to a 24-year prison sentence and will be eligible for parole in 2018. Number 5, O.J. Simpson. The murder involving Ron Goldman and Nicole Brown Simpson is arguably the most high-profile criminal case for an NFL player in history. While Simpson was not found guilty, he was not so lucky in civil court. Separate from this, Simpson was sentenced to 33 years in jail for armed robbery and kidnapping. He was condemned by the public, as most people continue to believe that Simpson was responsible for the murders of his ex-wife and her friend. Number 6, Lawrence Taylor. Taylor is arguably the best defensive player in the history of the league, but unfortunately he couldn't keep his nose clean off the field, literally. While his crimes pale in comparison to some on this list, Taylor's long history of cocaine abuse and soliciting prostitutes is very well documented. However, his crimes were no longer considered bleak when news erupted that he had been caught having sexual intercourse with a 16-year-old girl. He was charged with statutory rape. Number 7, Ray Rice. Anyone who has paid attention to the news in the past few years will recall the infamous video of Baltimore Ravens running back Ray Rice knocking his fiancée out cold in a casino elevator. The 2014 images of Rice punching his then fiancée, now wife, Janae Palmer, and then dragging her limp body out of the elevator were truly horrifying and shocking. Arrested and charged with assault and domestic violence, Rice was quickly cut by the Ravens and suspended by the league. The Ravens issued a statement after the video was made public, calling Rice's actions a serious matter. The criminal charges were later dropped after Rice agreed to undergo court-supervised counseling. However, the NFL never took Ray Rice back. No NFL team signed him after he was cut by the Ravens. This brings us to the end of our video. I hope you enjoyed it. Hit like if you did, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel so you don't miss out on any of our videos in the future. Also, watch the 2 videos that are on your screen because I'm sure you'll love them. With that, I'll see you in the next video.